Have you ever stopped to reflect on how many opportunities might have slipped away because you didn't notice the signs a woman was sending? The truth is, women have a subtle, almost imperceptible way of showing interest. If you're not paying attention, you might miss that moment that could completely transform the dynamic between you. Today, we're going to explore the 5 signs that women give when they really like you, but that most men never notice. This is the kind of video you probably wish you had watched years ago. So stick with me until the end, because the last sign will open your eyes in a way you never imagined. Understanding these signs isn't just about observation. It's about learning to recognize behavioral patterns that are often right in front of our eyes. Think about the times you felt a special connection was emerging, but couldn't quite decipher what was really happening. This content was created so you never have to go through that again. Let's dive into the deeper details of the gestures, looks, and attitudes that reveal a woman's true feelings. Get ready to transform the way you perceive the feminine universe. So go ahead and leave your like, subscribe to the Poder Masculino channel, and comment the word transformation to boost this video even more. Let's get started. First sign, prolonged eye contact. The first sign you need to observe is prolonged eye contact. Women are masters at communicating without words, and their gaze can say more than 1,000 rehearsed sentences. If she looks at you steadily, holding your gaze for a few seconds longer than usual, that's a clear indicator that something is happening. But here's the detail. This eye contact is usually accompanied by a slight smile or a glance that quickly darts away and returns. These are unconscious ways of showing interest without fully exposing themselves. Being attentive to these small gestures can make all the difference in how you react and guide the interaction. Moreover, eye contact is a way of exploring vulnerability. When she holds your gaze, she's allowing you to see a little more of what she truly feels. This behavior goes far beyond a simple social gesture. It's an invitation to a deeper connection. The gaze might be accompanied by slower blinking or even dilated pupils, signs that science associates with emotional interest. At this moment, you need to show confidence and reciprocity, returning the gaze with kindness and assurance. Second sign, physical proximity. Another sign that goes unnoticed by most men is physical proximity. Women have a natural ability to manipulate space to express feelings. If she's constantly reducing the distance between you, whether in a conversation or a social setting, that's a strong indicator that she's trying to connect with you. A light touch on the arm during a laugh or a playful nudge might seem casual, but it's body language that screams interest. The most important thing is to recognize these opportunities and respond naturally and reciprocally. After all, it's in this subtle game of closeness that true bonds begin to form. This proximity can manifest in other ways too, like leaning toward you while speaking, crossing her legs with her knee pointing at you, or subtly adjusting her hair when she's near. These gestures are intentional and most of the time done to discreetly capture your attention. Women value the energy of the moment, and when they feel reciprocity, they tend to intensify these interactions. So, pay attention to every detail of her behavior. Third sign, genuine interest in your stories. If she likes you, she'll be interested in what you have to say. We're not talking about superficial curiosity, but genuine interest. Pay attention if she asks questions that go beyond the basics, shows enthusiasm in hearing your stories, and, most importantly, remembers details you mentioned earlier. This means she's not just listening out of politeness, but is building an emotional connection with you. A woman who's interested will want to be part of your world, and will show it by paying attention to the smallest details. Beyond listening, she'll actively participate in the conversation. She might interrupt with curious questions, laugh at your jokes, even if they're not that funny, and sometimes share something personal in response to what you say. This exchange of information is a clear indicator that she values the interaction and wants to strengthen the emotional bonds between you. She might even show support or encouragement when you least expect it, proving she's truly invested in your life. Fourth sign, engagement on social media. In the digital age we live in, social media is an extension of who we are. If she likes all your posts, comments frequently, or better yet, sends private messages to start a conversation about something you shared, that's a clear sign she wants to stay present in your life. Often these interactions might seem casual, but they're actually deliberate and done to connect with you and show interest discreetly. So if you notice she's the first to react to your posts or comments on something specific, pay attention because it's more than just a coincidence. Social media offers an opportunity to observe consistent interactions. She might send memes related to conversations you've had, share songs she thinks you'll like, or even create excuses to keep the conversation going online. These actions reveal how much she values your attention and seeks to keep the spark of interaction alive, even from a distance. Remember, women are strategic when it comes to showing interest, and social media is the perfect stage for it. Fifth sign, the pleasure in pleasing. This is perhaps the most powerful and, at the same time, most underestimated sign. When a woman likes you, she'll go out of her way to please you. This can manifest in various ways, from preparing something special like a surprise or a gift, to small gestures like remembering something you mentioned you like. The pleasure she feels in seeing you happy is a direct reflection of her interest. This behavior not only shows affection, but also reveals how much she's willing to invest in the relationship. What you need to do is recognize and value these gestures, showing that you're also interested in reciprocating. Additionally, she might show this pleasure in pleasing you by making subtle changes in her behavior or appearance. She might start wearing a perfume you commented was pleasant or choose clothes you complimented. These details are silent demonstrations that she pays attention to you and wants to be noticed. More importantly, she's willing to step out of her comfort zone to create moments that strengthen the connection between you. The key to understanding the signs. Now pay close attention to this. All these signs we've mentioned are driven by one common thing, the desire for connection. Women don't show interest directly because in many cases, they want to test your perception, your ability to understand the nuances of a relationship. When you start seeing beyond the surface, you not only seize opportunities to connect more deeply, but also become the kind of man who truly understands women. That, my friend, is what makes all the difference. This desire for connection is so intrinsic that it shapes every interaction. When you start analyzing the signs, you realize they're everywhere. In the way she positions herself beside you, in her choice of words, or even in the silences. It all points to a basic human need to be understood and valued. So by interpreting these signs, you're not just unraveling a mystery, but creating a space where trust and reciprocity can flourish. If you've made it this far, it's because you're ready to transform the way you interpret the signs women give. Prolonged eye contact, physical proximity, genuine interest, social media engagement, and the pleasure in pleasing you are just some of the ways they say, without words, that they like you. The real question is, are you willing to open your eyes and see what's always been there? Now that you know what to look for, it's time to put this knowledge into practice and create deeper, more authentic connections. Don't underestimate the power of small gestures because they reveal the greatest truths. And remember, the last sign you notice might be the last chance you get. So the next time you're interacting with a woman and notice one of these signs, pause, breathe, and seize the opportunity. That's the moment you have the chance to change the course of a relationship. The key lies in paying attention to the details, and the more you practice, the more skilled you become at deciphering the codes of the feminine heart. What you do with this knowledge from now on is up to you. So, what did you think of these signs? Have you already noticed any of them? If you've identified one of these signs, share your story in the comments. Or simply type, "Today, I'll be my best version," if you're ready to apply these insights to your life. Don't forget to subscribe to the Poder Masculino channel for more content that will transform the way you see the world and connect with people. Until the next video, subscribe to the Poder Masculino channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content that will help you connect more deeply and meaningfully with the people around you. And if this video resonated with you, leave your like and share it with someone who needs to understand these signs. Remember, the journey to becoming the best version of yourself starts with small steps. Today is the day to take the first one.